For ages, people have looked at the stars trying to find answers. We've come up with ideas, made equations, and wondered about our place in the universe. But now, all that stuff, our physics, our view of the cosmos, and how we think about space and time, has been seriously challenged. The James Webb Space Telescope has seen things that shouldn't be there, according to everything we thought we knew. It spotted galaxies that seem way too old, planets that are too big and too far away, structures that are too perfectly organized, and even a regular signal that nobody can explain. This isn't just another cool discovery. It's like our current ideas about the universe are crashing into reality. What Webb has found might be the biggest wake-up call in science ever. If these things are real, then a lot of what we thought we understood about the universe is wrong, maybe totally wrong. In a bunch of super detailed observations, the James Webb Space Telescope got some of the best pictures of the universe we've ever seen. But these pictures aren't just pretty. In the galaxy cluster AAL 2744, scientists found points of light and shapes that line up perfectly, patterns that shouldn't exist in the messy world of galaxies. In the spiral galaxy NGC 1365, they saw weird movements that suggest gravity is working in ways that go against our basic theories. And these weren't just one-off things. The deeper Webb looked, the weirder the universe seemed. Patterns started showing up all over the place. Structures appeared with amazing precision in a universe that's supposed to be random. At first, scientists tried to brush these things off as coincidences, but they were happening too often, too perfectly, and on too big a scale. Slowly, the question changed. What if what we're seeing isn't random at all, but some kind of order we don't understand? One of Webb's most mind-blowing finds was the exoplanet HIP 65426b, hundreds of light-years away. It left astronomers stunned. This planet, which is 7 times bigger than Jupiter, orbits its star at a distance 3 times farther than Neptune orbits our Sun. What makes it even weirder is that the star is only 15 million years old, way too young, according to our current ideas, to have a planet that big that far away. There's no sign of a planetary disk, no leftover debris, and no known way that such a huge planet could have formed so far from its star and stayed in a stable orbit. Some scientists are now suggesting something crazy. Maybe this planet didn't even form in its current system. Could it be a leftover from another star system, somehow moved, reused, or even put there on purpose? Right now, we have no answers, just a glowing planet in a young system that makes no sense. In one of the telescope's most bizarre moments, it captured a nearly perfect Einstein ring. This happens when a big object in the foreground bends the light from something behind it. This ring, found around galaxy J418, is almost a perfect circle. To get that kind of precision, 2 galaxies have to be lined up almost perfectly across billions of light-years. It's not just rare, it's almost impossible. We understand how gravitational lensing works, but this is too perfect. Could this symmetry be a clue to a hidden order in space and time? Could it mean that the universe isn't as chaotic as we thought, but shaped by some hidden rules we're just starting to figure out? But nothing has shaken up our view of the universe more than what Webb has found about really old galaxies. The telescope found huge, mature galaxies forming only 180 million years after the Big Bang, which is like a split second in cosmic time. According to our theories, galaxies that big and organized shouldn't have had time to form. They shouldn't be fully developed or have the spiral shapes and brightness that Webb saw. These findings have thrown cosmologists for a loop. If these galaxies are really that old, then the Big Bang theory might not hold water anymore. Some scientists are now saying that we might be seeing signs of a universe with a secret past, events and formations that happened way before what we thought was the beginning. In an empty part of space, far from any galaxy, Webb spotted another weird thing. A gravitational lens effect happening in a void. There were no stars, no galaxies, no black holes, nothing that should have been bending light. But the light from distant galaxies was curved and distorted, as if something huge was hidden there. Astronomers thought it might be dark matter, the invisible stuff that has gravity. But even that idea was pushed to its limits. The distortion was too sharp, too focused. It didn't act like a cloud of dark matter, but more like a solid mass with edges and symmetry. Could it be a clump of dark matter? Or something else entirely? An old, invisible structure warping space in silence? Some physicists are now playing with a wild idea. Maybe it's not dark matter at all, but something built, something alien, something left behind. One of the telescope's most controversial discoveries is a massive chain of galaxies and matter stretching over 1 billion light-years. Scientists have seen these chains before, but this one is different. Its symmetry, how dense it is, and the empty spaces between galaxies suggest it's not random but organized. It's almost like a grid laid out across the universe on purpose. Our understanding of the universe says these things happen because of gravity over huge amounts of time, but this is too perfect. The galaxies in the chain move along the same paths. Clumps of dark matter show up at regular spots. Even the way the light changes shows a repeating pattern. Some people think this points to a hidden design. While some scientists are being careful, pointing out that humans like to see patterns, others think that if some kind of intelligence ever shaped the universe, this is where we'd start to see hints of it. When looking at these weird gravitational things, a new idea is gaining ground. What if dark matter isn't just invisible mass, but also a way the universe remembers things? Not information like we think of it, but something deeper, a cosmic memory. Webb has seen galaxy clusters forming in ways that look like older, more distant structures, almost like echoes across the universe. What if dark matter keeps these gravitational echoes alive, shaping future structures based on what happened in the past? It's an idea that mixes physics and philosophy, suggesting that the universe might have not only a beginning but also a memory. If that's true, then every spiral galaxy, every empty space, every chain of galaxies could be part of an older, maybe planned, design. Maybe the most unsettling thing of all came from a scan of an empty part of space. The telescope picked up a pattern of pulses, light flickering too regularly to be random and too faint to be from any known object. These signals didn't match pulsars, quasars, or anything else we know. They pulsed at the same intervals and then stopped. At first, people thought it was a mistake or a glitch, but the signals showed up even when they used different systems. There was no star, no nebula, not even any heat, just a timed flash in the dark. NASA hasn't said anything official, but some researchers are quietly wondering about something that's been on scientists' minds for a long time. What if it's a message? Not necessarily one meant to be understood, but just to be noticed. And if that's the case, who or what was supposed to see it? The James Webb Space Telescope was built to look back in time, to show us what the universe was like billions of years ago. But in doing that, it might have revealed something bigger. Maybe we're not just watching a random universe, but taking part in a system that's older, more complicated, and more planned than we ever thought. Galaxies that shouldn't exist, planets that break our rules, signals with no source, and structures that hint at intelligence. This isn't just science fiction. These are real things that go against what we thought we knew about the universe. If these patterns are real, if the pulses are on purpose, and if the universe has a memory, then we have to face something huge. We've never really been alone. Not in space, not in time, and maybe not even in our own thoughts. It's possible that what Webb has found isn't just a look into the early universe, but a message hidden in its very design, or a system that was waiting for us to finally take a closer look. And now that we have, our view of the universe and of ourselves might be changed forever. So we have to ask, are these findings signs of something more? Or are we just seeing what we want to see in the silence of space? The answer might still be out there, and the next picture from Webb might not just show us where we came from, but what we're meant to be. Webb also saw an Einstein ring, which is when light bends around a big object. This ring around galaxy J418 is almost a perfect circle. That means the galaxies are lined up perfectly, which is rare. Could mean there's some deeper order in spacetime that we're missing. Webb found old galaxies. The telescope saw big galaxies forming super soon after the Big Bang. They should not have been able to form so fast. This made scientists confused. If the galaxies are really that old, then the Big Bang theory might be wrong. Some researchers think we're seeing a universe with a secret past. In empty space, Webb saw light bending with nothing there to cause it. Scientists thought it was dark matter, but it was too strong, so they thought it was something else. An old, hidden structure is warping space. Maybe it's not dark matter, but something built, something alien. One of the weirdest things Webb found was a filament, a line of galaxies stretching super far. These filaments are usual, but this one is different. the super-organized. The galaxies are lined up. Dark matter is in regular spots. Some think it points to a design. Some scientists are careful, saying we just want to see patterns. But others think if someone designed the universe, this is where we'd see it. One idea is that dark matter isn't just hidden mass, but a kind of memory. Webb saw galaxy clusters that looked like old faraway structures like repeats. The gravitational imprints could be dark matter. It's a crazy idea saying the universe has a history. If that's true, then maybe galaxies were built on purpose. The scariest thing Webb saw was a pattern of pulses in empty space. The pulses were too steady to be random, but they didn't come from anything we know. They were equally spaced, then they stopped. People thought it was a mistake, but the pattern stayed. There was nothing there, just a pattern. NASA hasn't said anything, but scientists are thinking. What if it's a message? The James Webb Space Telescope was made to see the past. But it might have shown us something bigger. We might not be watching a random universe, but be part of a system that's older and more designed than we knew. Galaxies that shouldn't exist, planets that break the rules, signals with no source, and structures that look planned point at intelligence. These are real things that don't fit with science. If the patterns are real and the universe has a memory, then we've never been alone. Not in space, not in time, maybe not even in our thoughts. It's possible that Webb didn't discover a message, but made the system that was always there waiting for us to finally look. Now that we have, our view of the universe might be changed forever. So, are these signs of something more? Or are we just hoping for meaning in empty space? The answer might be coming. The next image from Webb might tell us about us.